You know that weird silence that hangs in the air right before your world gets completely obliterated? It's not a peaceful quiet. It's a frozen, holding its breath kind of quiet, like the universe knows it's about to drop an anvil on your head. That's exactly what hit me the second I walked into my own apartment. No music, no TV, no sign of the woman I'd been with for 3 years, or the guy I trusted like a brother. Nothing. Honestly, I shouldn't have even been there. My business trip wrapped up early, and I had this cheesy, romantic idea to surprise her. Flowers, her favorite takeout, the whole 9 yards. Turns out the surprise was on me. Walking down that hallway, something felt off, just a cold knot tightening in my gut. And then I heard it. It wasn't talking, not even a whisper, it was a sound. Low, rhythmic, and so sickeningly familiar. It made my stomach churn. I didn't knock. I just pushed the bedroom door open. And so they stood there. My wife and my best friend were curled up in our bed, laughing. She didn't even flinch. She didn't scream or try to cover herself. She just looked into my eyes, and a smug grin appeared on her face. "What are you going to do?" she chuckled. "Cry?" He laughed too, like I was the punchline to a joke they'd been telling for a while. And in that one single moment, something inside me just snapped. It wasn't my heart, not really. It was the naive, trusting part of me that believed people like them deserved a second thought, let alone mercy. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just smiled. A real, genuine smile. Turned around and quietly closed the door behind me. That elevator ride down felt like it took a year, but I wasn't crying, wasn't even shaking. I was just numb, replaying her voice on a loop. "What are you gonna do? Cry?" It was louder than any fight we could have had. I got to my car and just sat there, staring at nothing. The bouquet of flowers I'd bought was sitting on the passenger seat looking pathetic. I picked it up, opened the glove compartment, and just shoved the whole thing in, thorns and all. It wasn't about anger, it was a statement to myself. The man she was mocking, the guy who would have cried, he was gone. In his place was someone they were going to wish they'd never met. For the next 3 days, I went dark. Complete radio silence. Didn't answer her calls, didn't reply to his frantic texts. And that silence, oh man, it clearly drove them nuts. I could see the notifications piling up. 7 missed calls from her the first day, 12 from him the next. By the third day, they were both blowing up my phone so much I stopped counting. But I wasn't just hiding and licking my wounds, I was preparing. See, there were a few crucial details they'd conveniently forgotten in their little love fest. Her entire lifestyle, yeah, that was on my dime. The credit card she loved to swipe, the lease on her car, even her name on our apartment lease, all tied directly to my bank account. And him? He just launched a little side hustle, a passion project that I, his best friend, had quietly financed through a private partnership agreement. An agreement that I, being the careful guy I am, had drafted and notarized myself. They were both so damn arrogant, so sure of themselves, that they never bothered to think about the digital and financial trails they were leaving. So while they were sweating, wondering what my next move was, I was already making it. I started pulling the strings one by one. A click. The total account had been frozen. A click. She was denied access to my house. A click. The locks had been replaced. For added spice, I posted a couple of selected screenshots in our main group chat with friends. No signatures, no angry statements, just pictures. Let them speak for themselves. But it was just an appetizer. Real revenge is not a loud explosion. It's about making someone slowly realize how much they underestimated you. You'd think getting caught red-handed would make them lay low. Nope. They actually doubled down. A couple of days later, she posts this filtered selfie with the caption, "Sometimes betrayal is a blessing. Hello, new beginnings." He throws up some cryptic meme on his story about how the real ones stay and the fakes expose themselves. It was almost cute, really, how invincible they thought they were. They had no idea that every smug post was just more fuel for the fire I was building in the background. While they were posing for Instagram likes, I was methodically dismantling their lives. I was filing the paperwork to have my name legally removed from her car lease, sending a formal termination of contract notice to his brand new business lawyer, complete with evidence of misused funds, and getting ready for the one move neither of them could possibly see coming. I wasn't interested in a messy public screaming match or some viral TikTok video. I was interested in the cold, hard truth. And the thing about the truth is, it burns slower, but it leaves much deeper scars. I created a simple Google Drive folder. I named it Fidelity and Autopsy in 2 parts. Inside, I neatly arranged everything. Screenshots of her texts to me, laid out side by side with her texts to him, photos of them on dates, time-stamped for the exact evenings she told me she was out with her mom, financial statements showing my money being used to buy him a new gaming console. Then, I shared the link to that folder just once in a group chat with 23 of our closest mutual friends, colleagues, and yes, family members. No explanation, no insults, just the evidence. Within an hour, my phone started buzzing. But this time, it was different. A text from her cousin. Dude, are you okay? I can't believe what I just read. A message from his own brother. Man, I'm sick to my stomach. I thought you guys were best friends. Then her boss, yep, her actual boss, left me a voicemail. We need to talk. There are some concerns about professional conduct that have been brought to our attention. And her? She posted one last thing before scrubbing her entire online presence. Weak people love to destroy what they can't have. Oh, honey, I didn't destroy you. You built the bonfire all by yourself. I just lit the match. By the weekend, her life was a complete dumpster fire. She tried everything, calling from blocked numbers, sending desperate, rambling emails with subject lines like, Please, let's talk. You don't understand. Oh, I understood, all right. I understood that her job had launched an internal investigation into her unethical behavior. I understood her family was asking some very pointed questions about timelines. I understood her rent was due and her keys no longer worked. The best part? My former best friend was nowhere to be found. I'd sent him a little email, too, a formal legal notice outlining his breach of our partnership contract and detailing the full financial liability that now rested squarely on his shoulders, thanks to a tiny clause about the silent investor he'd never bothered to read. A mutual friend told me he packed a bag and skipped town that very same day. Poetic, huh? On Monday morning, I was sitting at my favorite coffee shop, sipping a latte and getting some work done. And then I saw her. She was across the street looking wrecked. No makeup, puffy eyes, a ghost of the woman who had smirked at me from my own bed. She just stood there on the curb, staring at me. She didn't approach, didn't wave. She just watched. I didn't flinch. I just slowly raised my coffee cup in a silent toast and smiled. Later that day, my phone pinged. It was her, one last time. A long, pleading message about forgiveness and mistakes. I let it sit there for an hour. Then I replied with a single line. What do I do now? Cry. The divorce papers will be sent by the lawyer. The little read receipt popped up instantly. There was no reply. People always wonder if revenge is worth it, if it brings you peace. I used to think it didn't, but I was looking at it all wrong. When she cheated, I didn't just lose a girlfriend and a friend. I lost the illusion that love is enough, that trust is a given. But in its place, I found something far more valuable, a rock-solid sense of self-respect. She taught me that people who don't fear consequences will never respect boundaries. So I didn't give her a fight. I gave her what she never expected, accountability. I didn't just survive their betrayal. I mastered it. I rebuilt myself piece by piece, not with anger, but with cold, quiet clarity. And when the time was right, I simply showed them, and everyone else, exactly who they had underestimated.